Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. So here we are in episode 10 of Attack on Titan, and last episode got a little bit of a refresher on everything, well, not everything, but most of the things that happened in between season 3 and 4. We found out that Sasha is a seafood fan, or was, sorry, a seafood fan. We also found out that people from Marley were actually working for Zeke to try and end the war, and the Paradisians are not trusting of them, which is completely understandable because, keep in mind, these are the same people that brought the fight to them not, 5-6 years ago? I don't know where 100% it's going to go. I mean, we saw Ahriman talking to Annie. And I think one part of Ahriman's mind that is perplexing him to talk to Annie that much is the memories that he inherited from Bertolt, because Bertolt was in love with Annie. He just never said anything. The name of this episode, A Sound Argument, I think we're going to finally hear Aaron's reasoning for doing what he did. Either that, or maybe Zeke's response as to why he is basically betraying Marley after years and years of servitude and is now doing this plan. But I guess let's get this up on screen and let's give this a watch. Here we go.
何してるの？鏡に向かって話しかけてたの？ねえ、戦えって普通はそんな一人で喋ったりはしないと思うんだ。その髪型かっこいいと思うよ私は。ちょっと苦手な感じなんか頑張って無造作に見えるような。何しに来たんですか？何って話に来たんだよ。私は確信してた。君がヒストリアを犠牲にすることはない。港が完成して初めて外国の要人を迎えるのだから。パラディ島唯一の友好国ヒーズル国、その特使気温にある。
Oh, that's why.
この家紋に見覚えはございませんか？見せるな皆さん。でもこれはお母さんが秘密にしてよって。
And that's where Mikasa's mother comes from.
その秘密はきっとこの日のためだ。この印は死んだ母の一族から受け継いできたものです。およそ100年以上前、東人家の御親にあたる我が将軍家子息はフリッツ王家と婚儀にしており、このパラディ島に投留しておられたのです。将軍家の忘れ語りはこの島に取り残されたのです。
Whoa!
あなた
No way!
一国の主の祭り。
Oh, no way!
国の希望です。
Seriously?
なんか嬉しそうだ。
嬉しいんだよ。私たちは生まれのことで重い荷物を背負う者同士なんでしょ。
これは
あれ、ご存知でしたか。マーレの機密案件でしたが、私が個人的に調達したものですのでご安心を。ある特殊な燃料が必要です。それを彼らは氷瀑石と呼んでいました。採掘されたことがない未知の地下資源です。
So that's why the mining community is so important in this.
自分の計画に協力するなら傾いた国家が大国に返り咲くほどの産業を手にするでしょうと提案してきたのです。この近代化の時代において金銀財宝に等しい資源が眠っておられるのです。私は出汁に使われただけでは。
ジーク・エーガーとの取り計らいとは。
一つ目は地ならしの実験的活用、二つ目がヒーズルの介入。地ならしが必要なくなるまでこの島の軍事力を世界の水準並みにその期間における始祖および王家の血を引く巨人両者の継続的な維持そのものは13年の任期を終えるまで可能な限り子を増やすこと、手放すことができなければ何世代にもわたり継承は繰り返されていく。今私たちが助かるためならこんな解決不可能の問題を。
わかりました。私は獣の巨人の継承を受け入れます。地ならしが我々の存続に不可欠である以上は。
壁を破壊し蹂躙されたわけか。家畜みてえに子供を産まされ殺されてやっと生きることが許されるっていうのなら俺はジーク・イエーガーの計画は到底受け入れられません。残された時間の限り
あらゆる選択を模索するのが。
君がなぜ単独行動に出てこの島を危機に追い込んだのかがわからない。
俺は戦鎚の巨人を食いました。
え？
この巨人の能力は地面から自在に硬質化を操り、武器でも何でも生み出せるわけです。つまりどれだけ深く固い地下に俺を幽閉しても無駄だ。教えてくださいよ、ハンさん。他のやり方があったら教えてくださいよ。
ムエチ、いまだに反抗期かよ。バカ。あんたの唯一の失策だ。なんで私なんか団長にしたんだよ。
It's because he trusted you.
と体をいたわらないと。
Wait.
やっぱり俺たちの定義通り、ジークは島に着くなり巨人にしたヒストリア女王に食わせるべきだったんだ。ガキを起こしらえ遊ばされるただ。所詮は下船の身に過ぎない名ばかりの女王様ってことだ。
おい、やめろ。同じ地で生まれた青年だ。幼少期は女王に石を投げつけていたらしい。構って欲しかったようだ。孤児院を手伝っていたのも罪悪感からだと。下働きを務める彼に気づいたのは女王の方からだった。
誰かが助言したんだ。妊娠しちまえば巨人にされずに済むと。今ならまだ間に合う。身をもだろうと巨人にしちまえば。
お腹の子は死ぬだろうな。何より女王の身に何かあればおしまいだ。
その正論でこの国は滅ぶかもな。
Roll credits.
おいフリーズ。ニコラ、おすすめはこいつだ。
Wait.
これなら体も鍛えられるし、島の開発も進むって。リーズルを介して世界との対話を図る。
She's strong.
たった今、アズマビトから返事が来た。
それ
ダメだった。ヒーゼル国は取り付く島もないようだ。して世界はパラディ島が災いの種であり続けることを望んでいる。それは国の団結を促し、世界の安定を担保するからだ。
ヒストリアの犠牲は避けられないってことですか。そうなる。
そんな、こちらの人も図らず勝手に悪魔だって決めつけて。私たちは何者かわからないから恐れている。
そうだ。顔の見えない相手なんかを信用するわけにはいかないからね。
Yeah.
だから会いに行こう。わからないものがあれば理解しに行けばいい。
もう少し時間があれば。俺の寿命は5年とあと少ししかね。そろそろ決めなきゃいけない。
私が引き継ぐ。
お前じゃダメだろ。アッカーマン家が何なのかまだ分かってねえんだ。お前じゃダメな理由は多すぎんだよ。
じゃあ他に誰が。
俺だ。まず俺はエレンよりはるかに頭がいい。
そんなすげえやつを13年でミスミス死なすわけにいかねえだろ。アホか。
あ？
お前は兵団の指導者とか目指せよ。エレンの巨人は俺が継ぐからな。
よくないですよ。あなたはバカなんですよ。
Hey!
じゃなくて。
Also, I'm pretty sure Sasha just kind of had a crush on Conor.
信頼できるのも私たちくらいなら消去法で私しかいないじゃないですか。
いや、だからバカには任せられないってお前が言ったんだろ。お前は俺よりもバカなんだから、お前言ってることに
Oh, Connie.
俺はお前らに継承させるつもりはない。大事だからだ。他の誰よりも。だから長生きしてほしい。
そして突然ジークの計画に乗ったエレン。ジークと接触して何を話したのか、真相は本人たちにしかわからない。
あいつはエレンじゃない。もしあいつが俺たちじゃなく腹違いの兄貴の方につくことがあるなら、そう切る覚悟をしておく必要がある。
そんなことさせない。
お前もそっちにつくのかよ。いいかさ。
She's siding with Aaron.
そんなことにはならないと思
She always sides with her.
う。エレンは誰より
She
も
loves
私た
him.
ちを思っている。みんなも分かっているはず。
を破壊させ、お前を戦場に呼んだ。あいつが大事だと言った俺も、コニーもサシャもだ。
サシャが死んだ時エレンはどうしたと思う？涙を流したと思うか？悔しがったと思うか？
コニー、よせ。
笑いやがった。一体何がそんなにおかしかった？ なんでエレンは笑ったのか。エレンのことは何でもわかるんだろう。
I'm not sure, like, I think Aaron's laughter is a form of, like, euphoria and hysteria.
I think he's slightly losing his mind.
Well, I mean, you gotta think,
because that does not seem like the appropriate reaction to me either, like, for...
Well, hold the phone.
I almost didn't know if he was actually laughing or if he was sobbing. Like, it seemed more like a sob laugh, too, like, you know.
Aaron, you know, he's depressed, he's down, he's not really showing any emotion whatsoever. And then, have any last words? He said meat. His laughter is indicative of the fact that
so he's like
Sasha.
Shaking pretty much.
Yeah, he was thinking back to when he, you know, one of the best memories of Sasha.
Yeah.
When she got the meat out from her jacket and was just like, I'm going to store it here and we're going to retake our land, raise cattle and sheep. Everyone has their own way of, you see right there, it changed.
Yeah, because he's gritting his teeth, like, and shaking, so...
You see, right there, he's horrified of what's happened. Truth is, we're seeing it from a perspective where we can fully make out Aaron's emotions. Connie saw the laughter, Jean saw the laughter, and they aren't inside of his head, and they don't know where his mind is. His mind, like, I've witnessed how people grieve. I've witnessed, like people, like, get broken up. I witnessed almost someone overdose at one of my family funerals. It was not pretty. We had to call the ambulance. They had to come up and take them to the hospital because they took something that basically they just wanted to not feel pain, but they took too much. And it's... The whole thing is, man, I mean, grief is something that me personally, whenever I lose someone... I have that initial shock, but then to pull myself out of the depths, because if I think too much about death, I often, like, get really depressed and I can't get out of it for a long time. And that's when I start thinking of, like, the good times, like the fun times, you know, the celebration of life idea.
Yeah.
And that's like at Michael's funeral, we had all these people crying, all these people, like, sobbing and all that. And there was the time to cry, but there's also the time to be joyous of the fact that you had those memories with that person. And Aaron, in his mind at that moment, was thinking about the time where Sasha stole the meat from the officers. And to him, he thought of that and he had a slight laugh, but then the horrifying truth dawned on him that she was gone. And that's when he gritted his teeth and realized what, you know, the full gravity of the situation. Everyone processes it differently. And Connie, I can understand Connie's feeling towards it because him and Sasha were like brother and sister. They, you know, they pretty much came up together and they often, like, had good retorts back and forth between one another.
I kind of feel like they were actually starting to get, like, crushes on each other.
Maybe. And maybe that's why
So
Connie's
that's
so
what the
upset.
whole, like, huh thing was back and forth, because neither of them wanted the other one to be a Titan, really. Like, you know, they both wanted each other to live.
And I think that's the thing with Connie is that's why he is so...
Not to mention, like, whenever they had that scene where they first got on the airship, you saw Sasha put her hand, like, on Connie's.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when saying, like, they cared about each other so much, you know? Like, I noticed her, like, grab his hand in particular, not Jean's, but his.
Yeah.
So I was kind of thinking, like, it kind of seemed like they were sort of starting to crush on each other pretty hard.
And I think maybe that's why Connie is so, like, much more upset than anyone else, because
that's why I think
he lost out on Sasha, whom he loved.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Jean has a crush on Mikasa. I don't know if it still carries over, but yeah, he had a crush on Mikasa for the longest time. And you see, I think maybe Connie and Sasha maybe were starting to feel that way about each other, like you said, but I had no real confirmation to it. I didn't notice the hand.
So that would make sense, too, as to why, like, was it Jean that said no, like, to Mikasa whenever she said that she would inherit the Titan?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would make sense as to why he said no to her, too. Like,
well, still, yeah.
He kind of had a bit of a crush on her. Like, he's like, nope, I'll take it over you.
Wait, so does that mean that Connie had a crush on John? That beats my fanfic. I'm just joking. Oh,
There's probably some members of the audience that are just like, my ship. Like, because you know how fucking weird people are sometimes.
Which I don't judge. Y'all can have whatever ships you want. Good God. But this show, good God, it plays with your heart so damn much. I don't know what to make of it half the time.
Yeah, I feel really bad for Historia now, because...
Well,
I feel like she was put in like a situation where, like, we just found out that she basically had to go get pregnant to keep from having to become a Titan.
I think,
and the whole thing was like, if she did become a Titan, she was going to have to get pregnant over and over and over again too. And it's just like, that fucking sucks.
I think
I don't feel like she really wanted to go do that. She just kind of picked somebody from her childhood and was like, hey, we'll bang. And the dude's like, well, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah,
bang
dude,
the
I get
queen.
to screw the queen.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with that is, I don't know, like, I think Aaron maybe had a talk with her, like, please do that. You know, so that way we can buy a little bit more time to free you from this, and plus, you know, it. Also, the story about the guy doesn't really make that much sense. You know, well, the guy from her childhood. I'm wondering if there's more there that, you know, like she gave off the idea that it was him because she said it was him.
Well, the whole fan theory too is that she's not even straight. Because everybody pretty much shipped her with Amir.
Well,
and like it was kind of really like sort of made to actually look in the show like, yeah, that was what was kind of intended had things not played out as
Emir definitely felt that way. Well, Emir definitely felt that way. I think
she felt a little bit of it back for her too.
I think so. Maybe
she might be bi, like she might be pan. Who knows? Like they really don't state for sure, so you can't say for sure.
No.
But I mean, either way, I kind of feel like the way they implied that was that she didn't really want to go do that.
I think
it was just kind of a necessity, and that fucking sucks.
It does. Well, everyone makes sacrifices not just for the greater good, but also for the sake of themselves. So what's the option? You know, you inherit the founding Titan, and thus you're a breeding farm for the next like breeding cycles for like the next 13 years while you're still able to have kids. Or you know, the other plan, which we don't know the full spectrum of, with Aaron and Zeke.
See, one of the problems I see with that too is if they're just going to be like, oh yeah, you have to inherit it, but then you have to have as many kids as you can. Like, well, if a woman inherits it and it's just getting pregnant over and over again, that's going to limit her ability to actually assist in like any kind of battle and shit too.
But that's the thing, where she's inheriting the founding Titan. That's the most important thing.
She's not inheriting,
or the Beast Titan. The Beast Titan.
The Beast Titan. Like, yeah. And so it's like, if she's pregnant and can't transform for risk of killing her child, like, then will it work if she just like sits on, you know, Aaron's shoulder, like? Or
that's what I'm
and
thinking.
Like,
I don't know. I don't 100% know.
Like, or does she have to be transformed? Because I mean, I don't know. I don't even know why they didn't test it and see if like she even has to be a Titan for it to work. Like,
I don't know. And there's so many questions.
And I guess they somehow know that that's not how it works.
And 6 episodes left now, everyone.
Zeke and them from Marley have more information on exactly how all that shit works, so they probably know how it has to go down.
So 6 episodes left, everyone. 6 episodes left in this season, and there's still so much to uncover and unfold. And I know there's people saying, "Oh, they're going to do movies, they're going to do this." We don't know that though. I mean, so far this season's been pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But
so far, all I've heard is they had trouble getting anything else, and it's just going to be 16 episodes, and that's it. So
yeah, which is I don't know either. But
we'll have to see if it can actually wrap up in that amount of time. If so,
yeah. Well,
it might end up being one of those things, like, that happens to anime a lot. Like, you think it's going to be concluded, it's popular enough to be concluded, and then just all of a sudden it's like we're left waiting for the conclusion for who knows, God knows how long, if ever.
I know for one,
I'm still waiting on fucking season 2 of Dead Man Wonderland. I don't know if it's popular, but
whatever the hell that is.
Yeah.
I know that Giguk and a lot of other people out there are waiting for the next season of Bakano.
we're all waiting. Like one of the things that's really fucking popular, but we're all waiting for the continuation of Hunter x Hunter right now.
Yeah. Same
And
thing.
who
with,
knows if it'll ever happen?
I know.
Because he's in a bad way with his back. Like,
yeah, I know that
shit can happen.
Black Clover. I know that right now it's going to be ending here soon. Like it was one that took over. It's like one of the big 3 anime, but now it's ending. So now no one knows what to do with it.
I mean, I would be slightly surprised if Attack on Titan didn't get properly finished at some point.
I think it will. I think this is the final
I'd also
season, but
not
they're
be
probably going to do
entirely
movies.
surprised if it gets finished badly, like in like a 6-episode like cram session.
Either
or
that
if
or
it,
like 3 films.
Something fucking happens to where we have to wait a really long time for the actual end of it.
I think we're probably going to get 3 movies. I think we're going to get 3 movies after this season's over. If that. If we get just 1 movie, okay. But I think for everything that has been like where we're
at, I
really
hope they manage to get it split into a second half of season 4.
Okay, well that's the hope. You know, say we get 10 more episodes.
Mostly, I
on
hope
top
that
of
for
this.
myself because I don't want to edit 3 fucking movies.
Yeah. Well, it's like people keep asking us about the My Hero Academia, the second film that came out.
It sounds like it'd probably be a harder job to edit a full season, but it's not. Whenever you're trying to cram one thing into 10 minutes with 15-minute slices, and then you're trying to do that for a movie, doesn't play out. Really.
No. Well, and I'm hoping that we get like 10 more episodes after this, because I think that'd be perfect. I think that'll effectively be the perfect length.
Even if they like
get that
worded
done.
it funny to like make it work, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, this was the final season." And
But
now
this is part 1.
This is the finale run, and then they have 10
well-
more episodes, and it's like Attack on Titan, the finale, episode 1 through 10. Like, you know.
Well, and I think this is final season part 1, and final season part 2 will probably be like the final 10 episodes, and like they'll do like an epic like thing with the countdown to the finale. We'll see. We will see. But
Yeah, he's still not done with the manga yet.
But it is ending here soon.
6 episodes.
But it is ending here soon.
It's gonna have to be real fucking soon. Like,
Well, I'm
this
thinking
week?
maybe
next week or something.
Well, I'm thinking maybe
I had heard
he
it
will
was.
end-
I had heard it was ending in April or May.
That's what I'm thinking.
And
I'm thinking it like they're gonna have this, the manga's going to end, and then they're gonna have the second half of the season.
Yeah, hopefully, because I mean, if they only have the 6 episodes and it ends in April or May, right now we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are looking at this anime ending
At the end of March.
Yeah, basically before the manga can end. So.
Maybe that's the master plan. Maybe that's what that is.
What?
Well, maybe that's the manga writer. That's his master plan. He knows that the first half of this series is going to end in March. Everyone's going to be hyped for the finale when it comes out in April in the manga, and then after that, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, 10 more episodes of the final season is coming out in the fall, so look out for that."
Yeah, maybe.
I am hoping. Fingers crossed. We'll see. We will see. But right now, everyone, we're going to end this one here. This was Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 10, A Sound Argument. I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. I always am. Hopefully you all are, and hopefully we'll see you all there. So until then, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you then, everyone. Peace out.